All right, all right, all right, all right. Uh, Thank you guys for joining me for another video. I have not made a video in a long time. I acknowledge that. I want to say I don't have anything interesting going on in life, but I always have way too much interest going on in life. Just not enough time to record it. Today, we're making a video that I don't want to make. You're going to see we're in front of the pond. This is kind of sort of a pond update. This is the fall closing of the pond. A whole bunch of gook in there. I just got rid of a whole bunch of old dead water lettuce, and we're getting ready to clean things up and button it up for the fall. Today got a little bit warmer. It's been in the 40s and 50s. Right now it's like 75-ish, so the fish are active. But the purpose of today's video is there is a fish missing. My favorite, one of my oldest fish, one of my biggest, matter of fact probably the biggest, was my white and red goldfish. Got stolen by a heron. So some lessons were learned. I just found out that herons are more active in the fall time. I figured if we went this long and didn't have any issues that it was a non-problem. But I just found out that herons migrate south for the winter. And a heron's got my GPS coordinates because I caught him twice. First time I shoot him away, figured I scared him enough he wasn't going to come back. I was wrong. He's been visiting me every Sunday that I know of now. So yesterday morning, I think it was it Sunday morning or Saturday morning you got us? Yesterday. So yeah, yesterday morning, caught him standing right here and shoot him away. Couldn't find any of my fish, so I thought he got all my fish. Turns out that they were actually hiding underneath their little cave that I made. Thank God they went down there, but I got my GoPro in the water, found them, and I didn't find all of them. My big white and red one was gone. That was the most friendly one. My guess is he or she came up to the top and got pecked right here from the edge. So again, lessons were learned. I didn't want to put a net up because I figured these stupid herons would walk across the net and just stab the fish anyway and grab them. So we went with the next best thing. I did a little bit of research, and a local place had this Atlantic pop-up net tent thing. This is a 7x9, I think it was. My wife got it for 69 bucks essentially. I think they're like 90 on Amazon. So I'm going to set this up today. It doesn't pop up too tall. Oh, this is actually a 9x12. Oh no, it was a 7x9. Okay. This doesn't pop up too tall, maybe a foot or two, probably 2 feet in the middle. But it's enough to where it's high enough to where the heron can't stab through the netting and stab the fish. And also, you know, it's popped up so I can't just walk across it. Should actually catch some leaves as well. I don't really have too many issues with the leaves yet. However, I didn't really think about this. So these are getting ready to drop. I have a feeling it's probably going to create some leaves there. So blessing in disguise, maybe. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing unboxed. We're going to see how it goes. I think it's going to be just big enough for the pond. And I'll let you guys know how I feel about it once it gets assembled. Okay, so real quick contents of the bag. We're going to have our net. Again, the frame is 7 foot by 9 foot, but the net is significantly bigger. The net is actually 15 by 20. So as you can see here, there's going to be some overthrow outside of the frame to be able to cover up some of the shrubbery. So it is going to have the poles. Basically, this is like pitching a tent for all intents and purposes. You're going to have the center section of the tent for the poles to come off of. You got some stakes here to stake down the netting, some kind of roping or something like that to go along the bottom of the netting. We got straps of some nature. We got some more stakes, and I guess this is another type of staking system, so you can stake down the entire around the netting so no critters can crawl underneath it. Okay, step one is to flatten out the nylon strap thing that's going to be the base. They say to make that nice and flat, and then we're going to be doing the poles next. Okay, you guys, spring-loaded poles. We just basically snapped all those out and tightened them in. and put them into the centerpiece. And now I believe we're just connecting them to the corner pieces. All right, so here you have the gist of the shape. I guess it's not just going to go straight up. You're going to see these are a little fanned out. I don't see a way to adjust these any better, but this is the gist of the shape. Now we just got to put some tie downs on and get the net over top. All right, so actually I had this on backwards. You're not gonna be able to see it too good from the video or from the grass, but you're gonna see the angles or the distances between these are a little bit different. So you want to have the shorter ends pointing towards the longer portion, if that makes sense, and the wider ends to point towards the shorter parts. And you'll see that it's not all funky and cocked now, and you'll see it, that's up probably a good 2.5 foot in the middle. And now we will figure out the tie downs. Okay, so basically the tie downs, you're just basically folding in half and you're just looping around. It says to do it above the second joint, and then do that on all four, and then we get the netting on over top and attach the netting. All right, so just to give you guys an idea how much bigger this net is than the actual canopy, it is significantly bigger. So we can definitely go over the waterfall. We can go over my contraption over there, which I'll show you guys because you haven't seen that since I built it. The fish are terrified, or want attention, one of the two. But anyway, there are some clips that have to get hooked on to hook the net to the poles, and then we'll get it over the pond and stake everything down. All right, so we pulled out a little bit of the slack and we got these clips in. They clip the net in, and then you have to start from the top and pull the slack out down at the bottom. And then from there, I believe there's some other piece to go around the bottom to stake it out and take out the remaining slack. All right, so then they tell you to place it over the pond, and then from there you're going to be staking down the netting. So as you're going to see, I said this is just big enough to get to the middle section of my rocks. So we have it over the waterfall over there. I don't know what we're going to do yet to keep. I don't think we have to worry about critters crawling in, but I don't know how we're going to adjust that yet. I guess we'll just stake down the netting back there, so it'll be a non-issue that the strap is going over the waterfall. We'll go ahead and strap this down and show you guys the end result. All right, so we got the first two sides staked. Here's where we have a problem with my pond design. Things I wish I knew when I did this was bring it away from the house a little bit more. I thought I had it far enough away from the house, but I don't. So basically you're going to pull out some of those tether strings that we tied up earlier. We're going to pull them together and stake them at a point to be able to hold it in place. So I got the two short sides done. You'll see the other side down here tucked back behind the rocks. Hopefully that stays. And now we're going to do the long sides. Again, we don't have too much space here. The other side we got plenty of space, but it should be enough tethers that everything holds tight in here. Well, I don't know that we have enough slack on the sides. We definitely have on the ends, but essentially we have all the tie downs. Now we have these stakes, and we're going to stretch the net out and try and stake it out to wherever I don't have liner on the sides to pull out any of the slack. So we may not be able to do this fully. I may just tuck some rocks over top, but in the areas where I can stake it, I am going to, and my beautiful wife is going to help me. So I'm going to consider this pretty much done. I staked out over on this side, staked out over on the short side, and I think I put one stake in there. Over on this side I just tucked it, kind of put rocks over it. Right here is going to be the main point of entry where the heron would be able to get my fish from, and more importantly, or most importantly, I think that they are probably safe. I'm hoping that that stupid son of a bitch won't just step on this part of the netting and then pull it down and then try and stab at them, but I guess we're gonna see. But I'll let you guys know on an update how this worked out. Hopefully we don't lose any more fish. So like I said, that thing was 60 bucks. I know you can get it on Amazon for 88 bucks, 2-day shipping. We just happen to find it a little bit closer locally, so why not get it locally and support small business. Otherwise, I can probably work on getting this netting a little bit tighter, but it is, I don't think it's going to be worth the hassle. I think it's going to be close enough. I'm probably going to tuck some more rocks in here and get it a little bit tighter, but that should get the gist done. Again, we don't worry about crawly things too much here. We just worry about herons. So hopefully the fish can live a little bit more safe and less in fear, and hopefully we don't lose any more. All right, guys, I just wanted to give a brief Saturday morning update. We have had the net dome here installed for the week. As you can see, it was actually a blessing in disguise for the leaves as well, because I didn't realize, or didn't remember at least from last year, that we got this many leaves in the back area of the house. So as you can see, it's done a great job of keeping leaves out of the pond, so thumbs up for that. Definitely a value add there. More importantly, the fish seem more happy. I'm surprised they're still pretty active for as cool as it is right now. However, I woke up very early this morning, and as the sun was coming up, I happened to look out the window, and typical Saturday, Sunday morning around 8-ish o'clock as the sun's coming up, 8:15, I happened to see that fucking heron sitting right here again this morning. Pardon my French, but I'm still pissed off about this heron. So last couple weeks, he has been visiting me on Saturday and Sunday mornings, at least that I know of, because I'm here, and I happen to catch him in the mornings. So saw him standing right there at his typical spot. That's his entry point right there. So he was standing right there looking at the pond, and he was looking confused. I looked at him from out the window and made eye contact with him, and he took off. So so far, from what I can say, is it has done its job in saving my fish, at least for this morning. Hopefully this thing doesn't get some bright idea to start walking up the net. I think it will probably do a pretty good job though, because this is you know, the framework is built up, so even if he does try and crawl up the net, he can't do too much with it other than maybe collapsing it down a little bit, but I'm hoping this will hold the weight. So hopefully this information was of some value. We'll give you guys a follow-up a little bit later over the next few weeks, maybe, if there is anything valuable to follow up with. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.